Pokemon Scarlet and Violet have been out for over a week now, and I finally finished the story of Pokemon Violet on stream the other day, so I thought it may be a good time to do a full review while everything's fresh in my mind and talk about the things that I thought were good and the things that I thought were quite bad, but maybe not overall bad, but just kind of meh. So overall, I give this game an 8.8 out of 10. Apart from the performance issues, I think everything ran really well. The 3 storylines you could follow concluded amazingly. If you haven't played through the game, they do crisscross at the end, so you need to complete all 3. But just the variety of different story available and the 3 paths that you can choose, it was just super fun to go through it all. It's the most content we've had in a Pokemon game, and I played through Black 2, White 2 quite a bit, and that was a massive story as well. So Pokemon Violet definitely, or Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, sorry, definitely take the cake for the most content in a Pokemon game. But let's get into a couple of things that I thought were pretty average. Now, there's only a couple things that I thought were average, and that's the performance issues. I kind of looked past the performance issues and enjoyed the game anyway, but you can't not sit there and notice that the game was a little bit laggy at some stages and the graphics seemed a little bit off. There's a lot of mods out there already where people have made the game 60 FPS and available to play at higher quality, so you can always go and mod your Switch and do that sort of stuff, but overall, the performance issues let this game down a little bit, but it doesn't hamper my experience. It doesn't hurt me at all, and I think the game actually was really fun regardless of the performance issues. Another thing that was kind of average is the fact that there was not really any customization for your outfit. I know the theme was you're a school kid, and I enjoyed that theme a lot. It kept us grounded and showed us there was a base to go back to, aka the school, during the playthrough, so that was fine. But the fact that you couldn't customize like once you were out of school doing your whole finding your treasure experience, I feel like that was a kind of missed opportunity. We had so much customization in the last few games, so I feel like this game definitely could have added some sort of customization that once you were in the school grounds, you maybe had to go back to your uniform, but once you were outside of the school grounds, you could be, you know, whoever you want to be. There was a lot of customization with your face, your hair, your features, so there should have been some sort of uniform capacity or some clothing capacity just so you can express yourself in another way. Overall though, the theme, I really enjoyed the theme. You know, the school thing actually works out. There was a lot of lessons you could go back to that gave you bonus items and bonus features, just like the Galarian Meowth that I covered recently. So the school theme's fine, but I just wish there was a little bit more customization. So now that the bad's kind of out of the way, I know there wasn't too much bad, but I thought this game was really good. But let's get into the good stuff. Let's get into the music. The battle music in this game and the overall environmental music was really good. It's some of the best I've found in a long time. The battle music with Penny and also the Area Zero music, which gave that such a scary environment feeling, was so good and so well done. The Penny music got you really, really fired up, and so did the champion music overall. I just think this music in this game definitely deserves some sort of praise because it definitely made the game a little bit better. You're just cruising through certain areas or going through the story, and the music just kind of sets the mood really, really well. It was really well done. What was your favorite theme or favorite battle music from this game? I definitely think Penny's was up there, but just overall the story music was really good. So let's kind of conclude things off with the story. I think this story was the deepest story we've ever had in a Pokemon game. The 3 different journeys you can go down, the Paths of Legends, the Team Star bases, and also the battle path, they were all so well done, and either path you choose to go down first, there was such a deep story behind it. Whether you battle the Team Star bases and find out who the big boss is, whether you help Arven go through the Titans and you find out a lot of things about his backstory, that guy, dude, that poor Arven, he deserves a lot better than what he's got dished out in this game. But then just every story you go down was just super fun. The champions route was a little bit iffy at the end. I'm not sure that the champion was that good, that hard to beat. I know some people had a little bit of a struggle, but my team was able to balance out hers, and I didn't even lose a mon. I didn't even have a mon faint when I versed her, so it would have been nice to have a little bit more of a challenge at the end of the game for the champion. I feel like the Mona fight at the end of the game was a little bit harder than fighting the champion, which I guess is fair because Nemona beat the champion, but then Nemona should have been the champion at the end of the game, if that kind of makes sense. But yeah, I felt overall the stories were really, really well done and really well concluded. The end of the game really had such like a plot twist. I enjoyed the final conclusions of the story just like too much almost. Like I have a reaction on stream where I was like very hyped. The ending felt really well done. They actually thought about the content of the game a lot. It's pretty obvious they wasted a lot of performance and a lot of their CGI or graphical budget on Area Zero, because that place is beautiful. And even the end of the story when you're down in the labs down there, like it's surreal, it's crazy. And you know, you go out of Area Zero and then things start getting a little bit icky with performance, but you know, they did what they could. I know this game came out within a year of another game. Maybe if they give themselves 3 years instead of like 1 year, we'll have an absolutely amazing Pokemon game. I'm hoping Generation 10 definitely learns from the mistakes of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Not that there were many mistakes to really learn from. So by the time I'm recording this, I'm almost finished the Pokedex, and I'm trading with a couple of friends from Scarlet just to complete that Pokedex. So the Pokemon in this generation that are introduced are really well done. I really like all the Pokemon introduced. I really like Clodsire. I know I was very skeptical on Clodsire before, and I'm really actually liking the Legendary Duo, and I was very skeptical on them as well. I've made lots of videos about them. My expressions were not always positive about the Legends, but you know, during the game, they felt important and they felt like they did their job. The Pokemon introduced in Generation 9 were great, and the Pokemon returning were really cool. The actual Pokemon in the game, having them have such awesome animations and respond to their environment was really cool as well. Having them react to the player, kind of like Legends of Arceus, but a little bit better, was awesome. The only negative about Pokemon being in the wild were if you find a shiny, they don't sparkle or make a noise, but that kind of makes the shiny hunting a little bit more of a challenge. So the Pokemon aspect of this game was done really well. And then, yeah, that's just it for that. So as I said at the start of the video, I give this game an 8.8 out of 10 overall. It's definitely top 5 Pokemon games for me. I guess I had to complete the Pokedex and then finish playing through Scarlet before I could make a full judgment on where it sits, but I've had a lot of fun playing this game. I've logged like 30 plus hours playing Pokemon Violet, and Pokemon Scarlet I'm already up to about 15, so it's been a massive pleasure playing this game. I'm so glad I got it, and I hope you guys are having a lot of fun too. What's been your favorite part of playing through Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? I'd love to know. Thank you guys for all the love and support. I'll be doing a lot of shiny hunting streams coming up, and we'll also be starting a new project soon, so stay tuned for that. I really do appreciate all the love on these videos, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.